Bonjour, aujourd'hui on va apprendre des introductions et de l'article indéfini. In English, today you're going to learn about introducing people in French as well as the indefinite article. So here's the game plan. First, you're going to learn introductions, so how to introduce someone, just basic introductions in French. We're going to talk about some vocab for people, les personnes, and après ça, on va faire the indefinite article. Okay, first and foremost, for these introductions, this is just some basic vocab. You can find this on Quizlet. Voici is how you say this is. Voilà is that is. So I always reference the magic when a magician says voila, makes something appear. So that's how you say that is in French. So question, qui est? Qui est is the question. The response is c'est. ... You have to fill in that ... with a vocabulary word that I'm about to teach you. So you have voici, this is, voilà, that is, a question, qui est, who is this, and a response, c'est. Tiens is how you say look or hey. So imagine you're walking down the street with your friend and you can say, tiens, regarde, look over there. I see Mark. So how are you going to introduce people? Here is an example. This is my little friend. I say voici Monique. This is Monique. C'est une amie. That's a friend, or it's a friend. Or c'est Monique. C'est une amie. So you could use voici Monique or c'est Monique. Either one will work either way. So that's just an example. So you're gonna have two sentences when you're introducing people. Voici Monique. C'est une amie. C'est Monique. C'est une amie. Okay, les personnes. Pour les personnes, on a des vocab words. Un garçon, which is a boy. Un ami is a friend. Un copain is a friend, usually typically a boyfriend they will use that word with, or a good friend. Un monsieur is a mister, and un prof is a teacher. So notice these are all things that describe male people. And remember last week we talked about everything in French has a gender. Everything is either masculine or feminine. So these are examples of masculine words in French. So with that being masculine, here are the feminine. You have une fille, une amie, une copine, une dame, and une prof. So going back once again to last week, we talked about how words get genders, and that comes from the Latin. But if you look at the end of the word, these all, except for prof, end in an E. So a general rule is that if the word ends in an E, it is feminine. It is used to reference something that is feminine. So in this case, it's a girl. Everything that has une is for a girl. Okay, so now that you have learned how to introduce people, let's try it. So here we have everybody's favorite, Justin Bieber. Somebody that everybody knows. So in two sentences, how are you going to introduce this person? So imagine that I didn't know who it was. So you're going to say this is whatever his name is. He is a friend. He is a boy. He is a mister. He is a teacher. So say whatever you're going to say about him. If I were to do it, I would say, voici Justin. So this is Justin. C'est un garçon. So it is a boy, or he is a boy. So voici Justin, c'est un garçon. So I would make sure that you understand how to do that for some practice in class tomorrow, introducing people. Okay, that being said, moving on to the next, we have indefinite articles. So you've been seeing these as we've been going over this vocab for people. You've also seen them in lots of things that we've done in class, and you also use them in English. You just don't realize what they are. So the English definition of an indefinite article is a, an, or some. So every day you say this when you say an apple, a pair of shoes, some pizza. You use those in your sentences every day as you're an English speaker. They also have them in French, but obviously you have to learn what they are. So if you look here, I've made you a chart. And if you reference your vocab words that I just showed you, you'll notice that everything that is masculine has UN in front, and everything that is feminine has UNE. So you have to use the right indefinite article with what you're talking about. So something masculine, if I have un garçon, it's UN because it's a boy. If I have une fille, it's UNE because fille is a girl. Now, if I have multiple boys, I'm going to have des garçons, D-E-S. And if I have multiple girls, I'm going to have des filles, D-E-S. So notice that the singulars, singular masculine and singular and feminine are different, but the plurals stay the same. So here's how this works. You're going to want to use that chart to look at these. And you're going to say, is this voici une fille or un fille? So you have to decide by looking at this word on the end of the sentence here. And you have to decide, is it masculine or feminine? So if you've got fille and it ends in an E, is it going to be masculine or feminine? It's going to be feminine. So looking at your chart, what are you going to put in that blank? Are you going to put un or une? You should pick une, U-N-E, because fille is feminine. Garçon is the next thing. G-A-R-C-O-N. Garçon. So thinking in your head, does it end in an E? No. So is it masculine or feminine? It's going to be masculine. So you're going to put UN in the blank. Voici something dame. Think about that one for a second. If you picked UNE, you are correct. It is feminine with an E on the end. So une dame. C'est something ami. Has an E on the end. So that tells you it's going to be UNE, feminine. Nicolas est something ami. Does not have an E, so UN would be the correct answer. And Jean-Paul est un or une copain. Il est un copain, UN. So remember, how can you tell if a word is masculine, feminine, or singular? Masculine, pretty easy, masculine, feminine. If it has an E on the end, it's most likely going to be feminine. They don't always follow that rule, but that's a general, probably 97, 98% of your words that end in E are feminine. Every once in a while, you'll have a trickster in there. Singular or plural. Can you tell how a word is singular or plural? The same way you tell in English. If you have S's on the end of your word, it's going to be plural. So if any of these, if I put an S on the end of the first one, on the end of fille, so I had F-I-L-L-E-S, that would be plural. So instead of putting une, I would put des, D-E-S. So I hope this makes sense to you. There is now a worksheet to complete. It is an indefinite article worksheet, so you guys can get that and get busy. And then tomorrow I will be back to answer any questions that you might have over introductions or indefinite articles. Thank you. Au revoir.